How are you today?
I'm doing good, man.
It's awesome.
Got fed, drank a little bit.
A little bit of enchiritos in the studio.
It's very good.
It's Arizona's Real Rock 98 KUPD. I have no idea why you guys flew all the way out here to talk to us. This is amazing. I have Zachy Vengeance and Matt Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold here in the studio with me. Dude, not even playing a show, just coming to do press at the radio station. Thank you so much for flying all this way.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having us.
Why? Okay, where'd you guys come from? Was it Los Angeles?
Los Angeles, California.
How are things in beautiful Los Angeles?
Actually, Orange County. We got to fly out from Orange County.
Oh, nice. Beautiful John Wayne International Airport.
Exactly.
So you ever feel like when you're flying into John Wayne that the pilot just said, screw it, life's over, the way they take that deep dive
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, I feel like the guy's just committing suicide with me on the airplane.
And when you fly out of there, it's just straight up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look at me.
All the rich Newport people want you to turn off the engine.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was like the agreement to put an airport there. You had to turn off the engine, so it's pretty scary.
Yeah, I know, because the plane goes up like this, and then it's just like, the engine stops. It feels like, okay, Sullenberger, what the hell are you trying to do around here?
I'm glad somebody noticed that besides us.
Really? Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's like they go up there and it's like they should be playing Van Halen's Jump while you're going up. So the new album is called Nightmare. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
All right. I just want to make sure.
Nightmare.
Okay.
Nightmare.
The song, I'm going to pull the song up here real quick. The beginning of it really sounds like, when I first started, I'm like, damn, that sounds a lot like Rain and Blood by Slayer, which is particularly awesome. What is the whole album going to be like? I know it's a big question to start with, but what's it like, dude? Because I've heard, like every other lame dish jockey, I went on the Wikipedia and I discovered you guys can both bench press 1,000 pounds according to your Wikipedia.
Per arm. A little more now, but
Per arm.
That you're 14 feet tall each and you can bench press 1,000 pounds. According to your Wikipedia, you guys are going to kick my ass.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be like concept album, not a concept album, greatest thing ever, strangest thing ever. So how would you describe the new album, Nightmare?
Well, the concept album thing started because it was originally going to be a concept album, and the actual song Nightmare was the beginning of that concept album. It's the only lyric besides one other song that I had written before Jimmy passed away.
Yeah.
And then obviously when Jimmy passed away, the concept idea seemed not as important.
Right.
So we kind of switched gears and I wrote the rest of the lyrics based on the life of Jimmy, open letters to Jimmy, about his life, whatever we felt at the time, but it was all based around him, obviously, losing your best friend. Yeah. After 18 years, the concept album didn't seem, you could do that next year.
Right,
next
exactly.
Time. But I kept Nightmare and I kept another song called Danger Line lyrically because he loved it, and I didn't want to change anything that he was totally amped on lyrically. So when you hear Nightmare, it's, a lot of kids were like, oh, is this about Jimmy? It's not. It's just something that he loved on the record, but a lot of the rest of the record is about him, and it's dark, and it's long, and it's progressive, but still catchy as hell.
Right. The song is real good, and and people are, I know we talked a little bit and when we were all in there eating enchiladas, is the sort of this vibe you get from people like, okay, a member of the band has gone away, maybe you guys should remain rock and roll widows forever and ever and ever, and I disagree with that. Do you get that a little bit from some people out there?
I think our fans are so supportive that it's been very few and far between. I mean, I know we all continue to be best friends. We all love each other and love what we do and love our fans. And I know Jimmy wouldn't have it any other way.
Right.
And this is the way that we get to keep him alive with everyone,
I guess the question for us is, do we continue as Avenged Sevenfold?
Right.
Or do we put the name to bed and then continue making music? I mean, we're all best friends, so we're not going to go like, oh my God, Jimmy's gone. We can never make music together again. We're the only people that we want to play music with.
Exactly.
So, but the question is, do you put the name to bed or do you try to continue the legacy and keep putting out killer stuff? If we can't put out killer stuff, then you put it to bed.
Right, exactly.
And right now it's baby steps. Like anyone that's lost someone, they'll tell you it's just baby steps. You're never going to forget it. You're just going to have to live with it. And it's a part of you forever. And that's what we're dealing with right now.
I understand that. I think we've all lost people who've been close to us, and it's tough. And I'm sorry for you guys. I mean, it's really because he was so young, man. It's like it's just
it's out of the blue.
You would think. You
don't expect that call.
Yeah, if he was like 128, you'd be like, oh, okay, well,
yeah, exactly.
Right. So let's talk about Mike Portnoy a little bit. So is he now the new member of the band, or is he just filling in for the meantime? Because he's supposed to be here with Dream Theater and Iron Maiden like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's not a new member, but he basically when there was a longer process to this, but basically when we did decide to record the record, because every piece of music was already written before Jimmy passed away. We were 2 weeks out from going into the studio.
Right.
Jimmy had written all the demos, the drums were there, but they were on an electronic drum kit. And he hadn't done all the little flourishes and fills he was going to do.
Right.
Just he laid down the meat and potatoes of it.
Okay, got it.
So basically, when we were thinking about it, like who would ever be able to play the drums, we have a lot of his influences. We're friends with a lot of them, Vinnie Paul and Lars and those guys. But
totally.
I just felt technically and hand wise and just the cymbal work and all that stuff, Mike Portnoy was like the guy I think Jimmy really emulated his style towards. And so we called Mike, and Mike had been so supportive of that whole process. When he found out, he called and he sent flowers and he sent a symbol signed. And
that's awesome.
He was really close. So we said, hey, dude, what do you think about laying this down? And he was just totally honored and blown away. So we went to NAMM in LA and we met up with him, like had a secret dinner and talked to him and gave him demos.
Nice.
We didn't want anyone to see us with him because we didn't want rumors to start.
Totally.
But so we did that and gave him demos, and he called me the next day and said, this is killer. This is awesome.
Cool.
Like I can't wait to get in there and do this. So that's how it all came about. And then he threw out the idea, if you guys need to tour, I'd be happy to push Dream Theater back till the end of the year and do this with you guys because I really enjoy it.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's actually a really, really cool thing. Because I was wondering, is like he's, one of the things I've noticed about Avenged Sevenfold, you guys all got like cool metal names. Is he going to get a cool metal name too?
Dude, Mike Portnoy is as cool as it comes. He's already
pretty metal as it is.
Yeah, he's already a famous drummer, so it's hard to. But we were throwing around the Rabbi.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, so.
Nice. It's Arizona's Real Rock 98 KUPD. I have Zachy Vengeance and M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold. So you guys are actually going to be back here doing the rock show. Let's see, I can see it. September 19th with Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, Stone Sour, Hailstorm, and Hell Yeah. And Hell Yeah's got a new album coming out. What was the first metal song you remember hearing? We'll start with you.
Oh, man.
When you're like, the first metal song you ever heard, you're like, holy crap.
That was definitely probably Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman?
I mean, I guess probably something like Paranoid from Black Sabbath because of my dad, but like what really caught on with me when I was growing up was probably like Enter Sandman.
Right, so that was like the first time you remember hearing a metal song and you're like, oh,
yeah, absolutely.
The gates open.
Exactly.
How about you?
The gates open for me with for like a proper metal track was Strength Beyond Strength by Pantera.
Oh man.
And me and the Rev, we got Far Beyond Driven. And we used to do the whole scam where we'd you buy 8 CDs for a penny. but
Columbia House, that was called.
But we were pretty smart about it because we would find out all of our neighbors' names and put their names on it for all their houses, and we'd sit and wait for the mailman.
Right.
And then when the mail would come, we'd steal all the CDs.
Nice.
And it was pretty bad, but we were just little kids, and we just figured out this scheme to get all of our favorite metal records that way.
Oh, man.
And when we put in Far Beyond Driven, I remember seeing a review about it, like that and Meshuggah and a bunch of things, and we got all those records at once, and Nail Bomb and all these crazy Roadrunner bands.
Yeah, totally.
And when we put in Strength Beyond Strength, we just couldn't believe it. It was the heaviest, fastest, most powerful thing we'd ever heard.
Yeah, I remember I had the same feeling the first time I heard Vulgar Display of Power. I remember me and my buddy Matt were in his house, and he says, look, dude, I've got the new Pantera, and we put it on, and we puts on Walk, and it was so heavy and so raunchy, it seemed like we were breaking the law just listening to it, because just like, we're like, this is even possible.
Yeah.
This is even possible.
No, it's like one of those feelings you sit there and look at the CD player and you can't believe what's coming out of it.
Totally, like the RCA dog. You're like, it's just staring at it.
Yeah.
Pantera's like the only band from back in the day that I miss, because, dude, I like, new bands and new music. I never go, oh, man, I really wish that, what's your name? Crap band back in the day that I really thought was awesome. Oh man, I really wish Bang Tango was touring. It's like, but Pantera is the one band from back in the day that I miss.
Yeah,
it's crazy because, it's crazy because they can't play anymore, and Dime's not with us, and it's one of those bands that they've influenced everybody.
Totally.
And it seems like they got bigger and bigger even after they went away, and that's why I hope a band like Guns N' Roses doesn't make the same mistake. They don't get back together until
that's not likely. Come on now.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, realistically,
but it's crazy because once you lose a member, it's done.
Oh yeah, you guys totally.
But, it would just be amazing if they got back together and just went around and did a world tour. I mean, how big would that be?
Guns N' Roses. Yeah, if it really was Guns N' Roses,
real Guns N' Roses playing all the old stuff. But
that would be awesome.
But bands get crazy, man.
www.98kupd.com